Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Absolutely.
Let me turn this thing up, man. Welcome back. Today's a 49er day. Like always, man. I always say it, man. Happy to be a part of the community. A lot of people don't know this, man, but I was born and raised in San Francisco, man.
Okay.
Fillmore, raised around, kind of close to the stadium, man. Went over there. I mean, just all my life, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, man. Graduated San Jose State.
Man.
I'm a Bay Area guy. You know what I mean? I just always loved the tradition of the Niners. But that's why, man. This is why the show was put together, man. But today's a special day. We got a special guest today. Man. Hey, man. I appreciate you taking the invite too, Breezy.
Oh man, anytime, man.
Let them know about yourself, man, and your platform, man, and we get started.
Cool, man. What's going on, man? It's your boy Wayne Breezy, aka 49ers Breezy. You know that's who I am. I love the 49ers, man. Had to branch my name off, just go back to my name because I be representing so many different sports, and I done picked up, with the Celtics, with the NBA, and MLB starting off. So I had to go back to my regular name. But guys, man, I'm one of the co-hosts and one of the writers for Nothing But Niners, man. And it is a pleasure and honor to be here on your show, man. Thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. This is my boy out here, the co-host of the show. Go ahead, Blair. Go ahead.
Yeah. Blair Coates, just a diehard Niner. I was brought in. I was more than happy to sit around and talk nothing but Niners, man. So we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, brothers. Appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so let's get it going, man. Let's talk about it, man. I mean, one of the things that we wanted to talk about is, the cornerback situation. Like we already know Richard Sherman kind of, got his sold up, and I think he may have I see about another year in him. I don't know if he has more than that. I don't know what you guys' thought on that is, but I think he got like a year left for that position. We really probably need to draft somebody next year for the position. Next year for me. But who do we got for number 2? And we got it's like for me, it's a one-man race over there, but it's really like 3 guys who can play the 2. So y'all give me what y'all thinking about that number 2 spot.
Yeah, go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, I talk a lot about him on our show, man. And if it wasn't for injury, this guy had the number 2 spot sewn. And you got him as your intro. I saw him in your intro throwing up the West Side. So my boy Witherspoon, man. I'm really high on this kid, man. When they drafted him, they liked him for his length. He was like, before we acquired Richard Sherman, he was that prototypical type of DB you want in this wide 9 type system or whatnot. Good. So I'm hoping our boy, Witherspoon is back to par mentally and physically. Like I said, man, he was locked down. They were testing this kid the first 4 games of that season, the first 3 games of the season, bro. Yep. Like testing him, and he had a pick 6, right? He had a pick 6. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. And he was locking down. And then he ended up getting injured, I think, in a Pittsburgh game. I think week 3 kind of got injured. They brought in Jason Verrett, which is hope we talk about him.
Oh my God.
He got destroyed.
Listen,
I was watching the game back to back, though.
I was there. And he looked lost. He was just as lost as we were lost as I was watching him. And then he ended up getting injured, right? And then our boy E-Man steps up. So you said it's a one-man race. I think it's a 3-man race. I think you got Witherspoon, Emmanuel Mosley, and listen, they brought back Jason Verrett for a reason.
Yeah.
All right. They brought him back for a reason. We all know that he played at a Pro Bowl level one time in his career. We didn't get a chance to see him in the San Francisco system, but you guys, not you, but the fan base loves to give people chances in their year 2s. And then after the year 2s, they kind of say, he got to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to work. I think they should give this guy a chance, because if healthy, he is that typical guy that can line up opposite Richard Sherman. And now you have the depth, which is key to 49ers. Key to the 49ers is depth. And we can talk about that on every position.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tend to agree with you. I think 2015 was his best year. He had 3 interceptions, about 42 tackles. But to be honest, man, I just think Emmanuel Mosley Like when I look at the way that he plays the game and I look at how he has started to kind of master his role in this defense, it's going to be hard to take that spot from him. I think Witherspoon had that opportunity a little bit last season, but Emmanuel Mosley, when he came in, Metcalf, he had the breakup that kind of sealed the deal.
Well, let me tell you how small this world is, though, when it comes to Witherspoon. So I got love for Witherspoon, and for a couple of reasons. One, I coached high school football against him out here in Sacramento, California. He was at Christian Brother High School. He was an all everything. I'm talking about he did everything. Yeah. So I was actually the defensive coordinator. He actually played wide receiver in DB. So I got love for him. Then he went to Sac City for like 2 years, then transferred to Colorado. So he's from this area. He's a good kid. He's a good dude. So I'm not gonna disrespect him totally, but I will tell you, if I had to choose right now, my boy Emmanuel. Let me just tell you why, man. It's something about that SEC football in certain positions.
Agreed.
Certain positions, like I got to give it to Sherman because he make Pac-12 look great. But that SEC football is a different style of football, and I'll tell you, man, it's like his aggression. I don't know
mentality.
It's
the mentality, bro. It's the mentality.
Man. It's the mentality, man. And he comes in and he's physical, like he's bringing the wood. And then when he played against Green Bay, in the playoffs, I mean, I knew early in the season, but when Emmanuel got pulled out, but Witherspoon got pulled, and E-Man came in. I'm telling you, man, it was a whole. Like we were begging for him to come in against Seattle. I mean, we were begging. Like it was like, get this. Like rest in peace to my grandma. She called me and said, "Take 2-3 out the game."
He was getting torched.
You know what I mean? I agree with you when it comes to skill level. He got great size, length.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the year that he graduated Colorado, man, he had the most deflections in NCAA.
Wow.
He was legit.
It's the size, man. It's him being able to break up those passes with the fingers and just tip. And that's what Richard Sherman is known for, right? Yeah. He's not your interception guy. He's not your interception DB like Darrelle Revis or whatnot, but he will do some pass breakups. And if he does pick it, you know, depending on like if he jumps a route, he's going 6. But here's the thing: like we love Emmanuel Mosley, and I love him too. Don't get it twisted, yo. But let's not act like this guy's high almighty because he makes mistakes, right? Because we watch him. If you go back to the Super Bowl play, and you could blame it on Jimmy Ward, you could blame it on Emmanuel Mosley, but I can tell you who you can't blame it on. You can't blame it on Witherspoon because he wasn't in on the play. So let's go back to that play in the Super Bowl when Mosley passed up the guy on the inside. He passed up Tyreek Hill, and Ward obviously got spun around on skates, right? Like
because I was about to say that. Hold on.
And he did, but he gave up the deep third, right? He gave it up, right? But again, that's Emmanuel Mosley's man. So
but he's passing them off to the safety
defense, scheme.
So yeah, I mean, if he's deep thirds, he caught it in the seams. So
he did catch it in the seams.
Yeah. So really, I mean, if you want to think about it, where was our outside linebacker that's supposed to be sinking? And it was pretty deep.
Yeah,
that was pretty deep. But then also, if you know you're reading 1 to 2 from the safety, you're reading 1 to 2, and if you know this one is coming inside breaking, there's no deep route, Ward. You're supposed to jump
on it. He owned it, right? He owned it. Yeah. But guys got to do better. Listen, when you're playing zone, you have to sell. It's like how the offense has to sell plays. You gotta make sure that pass off is clear as day. Yeah, like, you can't start taking them and then all of a sudden be like, oh no, you're gonna have them. This is what confused Witherspoon a lot. In the end zone, like, he got him. He didn't get him. Let me go jump on him, and then it looks like Witherspoon's getting beat on the end zone. Like it happened at least 2 or 3 times.
That's fair.
And I got to give it to you because you're right. Because if you think about it too, when he did that in breaking cut, Mosley's supposed to jam him or something. He's supposed to help his safety out.
We just got to talk about.
He didn't even reach to put his hands on him. He just
let
him go.
But that's experience, though. That's experience.
There you go. And then you took the words right out of my mouth, man. And so another year in this position when everybody is battling for a contract. This is going to be fun to watch. This is going to be exciting to watch, right? Yeah. I mean, everybody. Jason Verrett, Emmanuel Mosley, Witherspoon, like Richard Sherman, like they all are battling for DB contracts. K'Wan Williams, right?
K'Wan Williams.
Right.
So they are
K1 is the key, though.
He's solid, man.
We
He's
have
so
to keep
solid.
K1.
49ers play a lot of their base. I know it's wide 9, but they play a lot of base out of nickel. And yes,
Nickel, man.
he is the key, bro. He is the key. The question is, are you willing to pay him? You get what I'm saying? Because like, how much do you really want to pay a nickel back? Now, I'm hoping the 49ers find ways.
So you got to value his position. So what I would do as a 49er, and I like Jacarcy Tart, but I think we can draft someone to come in and take his place. And I'll be posting that on my Twitter. There's a guy out of Syracuse. I ain't gonna mention him on here, but there's a guy out of Syracuse that's special. And what I'm saying is that we need or Jamal Adams. I mean, if we trade for Jamal Adams, if you think about it, then we could trade Jacarcy out of there. We can still pay him because Jamal got 2 years left on his deal. You know what I mean? We can make it happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why we haven't yet. Maybe they're asking for too much. I'm not in the room, but I will tell you, they can have Solomon Thomas, they can have Jacarcy Tart, and they can definitely have it, because if you think about it, our first round pick, we will need to draft a safety, regardless of what it is. It needs to be a safety or some type of DB. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
this is the draft.
That's the draft. So if we're going to give up our first round pick, who is better in the first round? Either Jamal Adams is better than every single one of them coming out. So let's go ahead and give that up. Let's give these two guys up that's not producing. Even though I think Solomon, and I'm probably going to talk about that in my next show, is probably going to have a damn good year.
He's turning it around.
And let me explain why, though. Let me talk about this a little bit. Well, I just believe that he understands that this is it for him. He understands that we have a dominant D line. He has to find a place to sit. They gave Armstead his money. We got Ken Law that came in. He really is not a defensive end to me. D Ford is, if he can stay healthy, we won't even see Solomon Thomas this year. I mean, if you really think about it, Bosa's playing every snap. So I don't know, man. I think he's going to have to get in where he fits in. I love DJ Jones, by the way. He's special.
Another contract year.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's
Ronald Blair.
You know what? That's
another contract year. He's on a 1 year.
That's why I'm thinking we need to go all in, man. We need to let's just go ahead and just pile it up.
I agree.
But speaking of Williams, you got to pay him. He's outplayed his contract, man. And every year that he's been there, he has gotten better. And now he's actually looking like the man right now. So I think the Niners are going to give up some money to keep him around.
Well, let's get into it, man. I know people talk about my guy Jimmy G a lot, man. And this is really my dude, man. Like, I really like Jimmy, man, because to be honest, he's a winner. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, we were garbage before he came, and we
instant winners.
Instant winner, man. You know, that's why I got respect for Kaepernick. He took it to the Super Bowl too.
Exactly.
So you know what? Respect.
They be like, oh no, it was Alex Smith. It was definitely Cap. But it's cool. No disrespect to Alex, but it was Cap, and no one was crying when Cap was running all over defenses and throwing
Green Bay.
Yeah, when it's and this is not about Cap, but I'm just saying, guys, we just got to give these guys respects. Okay, granted, Cap couldn't read the whole field, so they simplified it a lot so that he could only make one read. And when he had to make that read and the play was there, he made the throw. It was unorthodox and it looked crazy, but guys caught the ball and it was what it was. So I salute Cap.
I mean, to be honest with you, that boy from Baltimore, who's that?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. It's the same thing.
He's the same thing. 1 or 2 read, and they love him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I can see his eyes. I can see his helmet movement. I can see his footwork. How he's only looking at one, maybe 2 receivers. You know what I mean?
He's looking. I'm gonna tell you who he's looking at. He's looking at a receiver and a tight end. And the tight end is usually where he goes because he
middle of the field.
Right between the numbers. They got 2 of them for a reason.
He got 2 for a reason.
All I'm saying is we gotta give respect to Kaepernick, but Jimmy G. So LeSean McCoy basically was saying that the Chiefs wanted Jimmy to throw the ball. I mean, that's kind of an obvious thing because we're like top 5 in running the football all year long. So I understand that they want to stop what we do well, but let's talk about it. Like, is that going to be the new plan for people to coming into this year, man? Like, hey, this is load up this box. Let's make Jimmy and these receivers, Debo's down, weak Pettis. I love my boy Hurd out there. So we got guys, but we don't have high level receivers right now. So
yeah,
we
talk about guys. We don't have guys that we know for sure can create separation. Yeah, and I totally understand where you're coming from with that, and that is going to be something that we have to watch, like, right? Because if I'm a defensive coordinator, the game plan is stop the run, force him to throw. Now, how do you cover now? So now, as a defense, you got to figure out who am I going to take away from the offense. You got to take away George Kittle. So now, if you take away George Kittle, I think we scheme up stuff with these running backs. Listen, if the running backs are as healthy as they're supposed to be, if Jerick McKinnon is healthy, you could see him lining up in a 3 wide receiver set. Like, you've probably never seen it before, but be prepared to see something crazy like that where he runs a crazy route, and then it will open up stuff. I'm telling you, the 49ers are going to find ways to run the ball, and that's what you got to love about our coach. He's able to scheme ways for the run to happen. He's able to scheme ways for passes. And when you talk about Jimmy G, if you make him throw the ball quick, it's more accurate. It's it's the timing of receivers trying to get open. You let these receivers run quick routes, successful routes, high percentage routes. He's going to throw him on a dime. I don't care if you're hitting him in his face. He's falling. It's 90%, like 99% accurate. So they can try to test Jimmy, but Jimmy has only gotten better and better and better and better. And now he has Super Bowl experience to where he tasted it. He lost. He put it on him. Come on, man. Come on. He put it on him. He didn't blame anybody else. He said, this is on me, right? And he's taking, like, these guys are going to go out there and play for a quarterback like this. And I know we struggled with the receivers last year until Emmanuel Sanders got there. Understand that. But once he got there, the mindset of the receivers changed. I'm going to tell you who's going to lead the receiver room.
Who we got?
Kendrick Bourne is going to be the leader of those receivers. That doesn't mean he's going to have 1,000 yards or whatnot. No. Yeah. He's going to be the teacher. Yeah. And they're going to look up to him because of his work ethic and what they see in him. And those young guys are going to show up. So with Debo being injured, is that an issue? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
when I look at the comments real quick, when you look at that game, we didn't lose because of Jimmy G's throwing. We lost because we weren't running the ball. We get the two interceptions and we hold the ball for 45 seconds. So when I look at that and I think about teams starting to do that in the upcoming season, that's bad for them. Okay, Jimmy G is good at the blitz. He's good on third down. You don't want him throwing the ball quick, like Wayne said. You want him sitting back in the pocket and trying to think and having receivers getting broken off their routes. So I don't think this will be a problem going into the next season at all. Jimmy G is going to come back and excel.
Well, if you look at it too, he had 13 picks. 6 of them was off the hands of like
receivers and running backs.
So I mean, so he really threw 7 picks. You know what I mean? If you think about it,
yeah.
And he should have thrown more though. I mean, there was a game.
How many more touchdowns should he had? Because I could count. George Kittle had at least. And what I mean is how many were called back,
right?
Not like touchdowns where it could have called it. No, I'm talking about touchdowns that were called back because of holding.
Yep.
Because George Kittle numbers would have been higher in the touchdown category. So you're right. Listen, you go ahead and people can talk about this. We want them to, though, right? Because we want the negative vibes. We want all of that because I am 39. I've been watching football since I was like 6 and understanding it, right? Now, I've never seen, not even on the 49er teams from the 80s to the Super Bowl in the 94, I've never seen a team more cohesive, not even the 2012 team, more cohesive than the unit that I saw last year. And the reason why I say that is because there weren't as many stars on this 2019 team. There were guys that were trying to prove themselves, and they were playing for one another. Where 2012, you had mad Pro Bowlers.
Dogs.
So good luck, league. And I'm sure they're going to be prepared because they're scared. And they should be.
Oh, this team is built. Like, this team is built for a few years to come. I know our window for the Super Bowl is right now, but man, Shannon Lynch, they're just willing and dealing. Look at Mostert. That's why they dealt him that way. Because they're planning for the future. They know this team is good, and they believe in Jimmy G. They're upset about that last pass, but I know they believe in the kid.
Dang, if Sanders could have just got under it If Sanders was just you can go both ways. If Sanders was a little bit faster, that was a touchdown. Or if Jimmy could have put more touch under the pass, it was a touchdown. But it was a beautiful deep. Y'all said he can't throw deep, and it was the most beautifulest pass in the world because Sanders had his guys beat. It was just like he was out of gas.
It's just amazing to me how he outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Okay,
and Mahomes get all the credit for the MVP. It was just amazing to me why people continue to talk about that. He threw multiple picks. I've never seen a multiple pick.
Worst game of the season for him.
You know, because even Brett Favre, when he won the Super Bowl, Desmond Howard he got the MVP because Brett Favre was throwing picks in that game.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Desmond Howard returned two.
Yeah, he returned. Yeah, he was hot. Yeah, he was hot. Let me ask y'all a question though. So I'm looking at the middle of the schedule, and I think this is a difficult kind of run for us in the middle of our schedule. We got the Los Angeles Rams. We got them at home, and then we go to New England, and then we go to Seattle.
Yeah.
Then we're home against Green Bay, and then at New Orleans. And I think that is a rough one. And before that, we got a gimme game, which is the Dolphins, and before that, the Eagles. But I think that middle. Tell me what you guys are thinking about that stretch, because I think that stretch is a Super Bowl run. If we can at least go 4-1 in that situation, I think
it's tough, bro.
That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. But I do think New England. I do think New England is going to be a game that
it's not playing in Foxborough.
This one is going to be a hard one for us. This Los Angeles Rams always play us real well, but going to Seattle, that's
my first loss of the season.
Yeah, but you know what though? If we don't have any fans and they're playing,
it's not the fan. It's not the fan part. It was before fans, right? Because do I think we can win in Seattle? Obviously. But you just mentioned the gauntlet. This is another gauntlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird how the 49ers get these 4 to 5 to 6 stretch games where they got to go on a run. And it's weird. It doesn't matter. Like now it's happening in the middle of the season where last season it was toward the last quarter of the season, right? Listen, traveling from New England to Seattle is a journey, bro. That's coming all the way from where I live on the East Coast, going to where you live on the West Coast, and then further up, going, to the Northwest.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tough one, just based off of traveling purposes only. You don't have to factor fans in there, thank goodness. But they do play well. The one thing I like about this new 49ers regime is that they play against Seattle well. Games be too close for my comfort, but they play in them much well, like they did back in 2012 with the Harbaugh era. So that I have us losing that game just because of travel. Seattle
or New England? You think we can handle New England?
Seattle. I think they come to New England and they find a way to win. And this was before Cam Newton. And now see, I picked that before Cam. Now people are sleeping on Cam Newton, and that's fine.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I've always been a fan of Cam Newton.
And it's not even
He's
just
a real deal.
A fan, bro.
He's a real deal, though.
Former MVP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and this is number one. He's black. That means he's always played against the grain. That is just the way it is. Yeah. That's number one. So good luck. Number two, he's going to a system that's probably the second greatest system of all time. It might be the greatest system of all time, because you got Bill Walsh's West Coast system.
But West Coast is everywhere. You
that. So that could be the greatest. I get it. But now Bill Belichick came in and figured out ways to just stay consistently winning. Like that. That deserves credit. Now he's going to a real system, bro. No disrespect to Ron Rivera and what the Carolina Panthers were doing. But remember, when they got Cam Newton, they took the playbook from Auburn to fit him. That Cam will get probably 3 or 4 design plays, and then he's gonna have to learn the stuff from McDaniel. But McDaniel ain't stupid, so it's gonna be a tough game if he's at quarterback. Now, if Stidham's at quarterback, I'm good. I'm not worried at all.
It's gonna be Cam Newton, and let's not forget though, like Cam Newton this season, he's been to Super Bowls. I mean, he knows what big games look like.
Bro,
he's gonna be ready to go. And we have problems all year long with mobile quarterbacks, including Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So let's keep it real. Like every mobile quarterback we played, and we're playing a Dak Prescott, we're gonna add him in there too.
Okay.
We have trouble because the wide 9 creates running lanes for quarterbacks, and people don't understand how that looks. And we got to play a different style of football against them guys. So, you know,
I don't know. Looking at that schedule, Niners, and I said this earlier, bold prediction: Niners are going to beat Seattle twice this year. Okay, when you look at the first game of last season, why did we lose to Seattle?
We didn't have our kicker.
Injuries. They got that game based off injuries. And I know the final one came down to the last second, but I just think a tide has turned.
I swore that rookie little kicker was going to win us that game too.
That was crazy that he missed that, right? Because he made some before that.
He had a couple of them. He made 2 of them, but that one was on the line.
I was like, cut.
He didn't even miss it. Like he pulled the ball all the way. Like it didn't even go up. It just went to the left. Right. However you're looking at it.
Like that, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I like what Ice-Key says though. So he says that Seattle has no more pass rush with Clowney.
Yeah.
And that was one of the big
problem for us. That was
like Clowney got hurt. He went and got needled up or what, and he came out like an Incredible Hulk. Like he came out different, and we couldn't stop him. And you said injuries. Both, no matter where they line Clowney up, whether it was on McGlinchey's side or Joe Staley's side, he was just having his way.
He was whooping Joe Staley.
He was having his way. And did we have Kittle that game? Kittle didn't play that game.
No, he didn't play that game.
And Kyle Juszczyk, I don't think played that game either. Or maybe he did come back.
And the running back was out.
Yeah. So yeah, I get your theory, but let me tell you who we may not have in that game. Ooh. So if Dre Greenlaw, who is the Seattle Seahawk killer, decides to forego this season, to forego this season, that might be a problem. Mm-hmm. And you want to talk about stopping mobile quarterbacks? Like I know Quan is the guy, but Greenlaw is the guy that's able to play those passing lanes. Mm-hmm. So when your quarterback still has to throw, he becomes straight a pass defender, and that's why he's able to get those interceptions because he's able to play that one spot like on that side. So that could be a problem. So we just have to factor that in there. I mean, we made predictions as if everybody was coming back before COVID hit, like everything, like, but now we got to start like realizing that stuff is starting to settle in. There might not even be a football season. Like, I don't want to throw that out there.
Yeah, like this training camp is not going to happen. This training camp is not going to happen. I'm a believer in I'm not training camp, but these little rookie, this is a training camp, right?
Well, yeah, because they pushed it back.
I
don't see it happening, man.
They're not reporting till Thursday, according to Matt Barrows, right? So they were supposed to report tomorrow, and now they're not reporting.
Two teams were supposed to be today, right?
Two teams were supposed to be Houston and Kansas City.
Yeah.
But they didn't report today?
Nah, I don't think they did. That's what I'm saying. When this happens, then I believe that things are just going to change totally. Like, I think it's going to be like – I'm telling you, man, I don't think the football season is going to start till like October.
That's the theory that I'm hearing too. Which for us, that's good because then we can allow Debo to get.
I thought about that. I thought about that off top. I was like, oh, they don't want that.
Yeah, perfect.
When is Richie James? Well, Richie James is he's gonna be probably a little longer than that. But I think Richie James is on the bubble because of Jennings. You know what I mean? We may have to cut him, man, and they may use Pettis as a kick returner, you know what I mean? Like he was in college.
Yeah. Where do you see Juan fitting in, though? What do you see him doing realistically?
I see Juan coming in as a number 2 at times. Or if they go a trip side, he'll probably be
he'll be the middle
the number 2. Yep, and I think he'll be the deep post guy, or a dig. Dig route, running some deep digs.
Okay.
Wherever he can get across to the middle of the field. Like that's where you're gonna see him at. Why? Because when they gang up on him, he's breaking somebody, like he's not going down. Like he'll get you 3, 4, 5 extra yards. And he's big bodied and he has good hands. He just has to hold on to the ball because if catching the ball in the middle of the field makes you so vulnerable, God's gonna be diving in there with their helmets, arms, elbows, feet. Like they're gonna be trying to get the ball out. So long as he can secure the ball, I have him making this team. That is my guy. And speaking of SEC, I did want to retract to what you said about the safeties. Listen, man, undrafted free agent Jared Maiden, if he makes this team, bro, and he's from Alabama, I like this kid a lot. I like him, I
liked him in college. You're right. I did like him in college, but he was playing
Mhm.
This is his first year starting this year, though.
Well,
He was
he
playing behind.
undrafted. No, he's an undrafted rookie now. They just got him.
Well, I know. I'm talking about this year. He was playing behind some
Oh,
studs in
yes,
Alabama,
he
though.
was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. But he has good film, man, and he plays. He's a playmaker out there. Like, you get what I'm saying? And he reacts to the ball. This could be a reason why, and we don't know, because I don't think they really got a chance to see their guys play. But this could be a reason why they're holding off on this Jamal Adams thing, and the fact that they know that Jaquiski Tartt is going to be looking for a contract.
Moore's pretty good too, though.
Exactly. So.
Moore had a pick in the Super Bowl. He
did.
But let's keep it a buck. He was in dime coverage, and he only had one responsibility in dime coverage.
Yeah, he did it well. Hey, man,
we're not going to always be in dime.
Yeah, it's not always going to fall in his hands.
I get you. I had to give it to
Harris runs poor angles when they have to make tackles to the ball. Their angle to the ball is poor.
And I agree, but I just want to tell you the praise, and this is why I believe that they believe that he's good, is because when Jimmy Ward, before he was signing that contract, he was like, hey, if I'm not going to be here, man, we need to get Moore ready. He is really ready to go right now.
I hear you, right.
So they was talking, he was giving him high praise. Not too many people do that. And I know that's his boy probably, but not too many people are saying like, hey, man, if I'm leaving, that's fine. But this guy, he's ready to go. I was like, oh, so let me look at his film. So I went back and kind of looked at him, a little bit, but it's not, he doesn't stand out, but he's like one of these athletic guys who's long, lanky, and is around the football. So we'll see, man. I think we got some depth, but I really believe next level is Jamal Adams, and I think he'll be the youngest. He'll be our best defensive player right away. You know what I mean?
I don't know if he would be the best defensive player.
Who's better than Jamal Adams?
because and here's what I'm saying. Without the pressure on that front line, I guarantee you, that secondary will get chewed up. You like, as much as I don't think anyone loves Richard Sherman more than I do. Like, I'm like his biggest. I was his biggest hater, and now I'm his biggest congratulator. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I just think like they would test him more. But the fact that we're able to get pressure now allows him to play, I think, a little bit longer than a year, like you were saying. I think he can still go. Remember, Richard Sherman they're not throwing. If he gives up one deep pass every 5 games,
that's okay.
That's how much they won't test him. Because if you don't have a burner on him, they didn't even test him with Tyreek Hill. It was Sammy Watkins that caught that pass on him in the Super Bowl. It's really intricate how you got to play Richard Sherman, because you got to outsmart him. You got to realize that he's probably the smartest person in the game, smarter than your quarterbacks, like smart. So he's a key. And I would say that
Richard Sherman would be the best player.
I would say Bosa.
I love Bosa. Now
probably be the best player on the
defensively,
defense.
yeah.
Well, see, I can say Fred Warner too, because he played.
Again, and I'm only going to say this because I like Jamal Adams is by himself out there in the Jets. I mean, he still shows up. He don't got no great pass rush out there.
Yeah, but they lose.
They lose. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Safeties does not dictate the game. Ed Reed by himself would not be great.
I know. But Ed Reed won.
Ed Reed won because he had a front seven that was really, really good.
Jamal Adams play, it just taints it a little bit.
Just imagine how good he would be with our pass rush.
I'm not disagreeing with you, brother.
I'm with you. Last thing, I know he is 25 years old, Pro Bowler. Pro Bowler though.
Wait a minute.
I like Fred.
Two times.
I like Fred. He's not a Pro Bowler yet. I like Bosa. Bosa's a Pro Bowler. Bosa's a Pro Bowler. I mean, he should have been like, come on, they hating on Bosa. He should have been. I seen some pro football stuff. No. Come on, pro football. They didn't even have him in the top 10 in pass rush.
Because he only had 9 sacks.
Dude, do you see the pressures? He had 13 pressures in the Super Bowl. Like, do they understand the game? Pressures is almost better than sacks.
Bro, if you live by their stuff, man, you're gonna cause yourself to have a heart attack, bro. I gave them up a long time ago. Listen, because we know what we see. You know what I'm saying? And even the stats that we see, we also really like sit there and dissect exactly what we see. Like, we don't just watch the game. After the game, we go back and watch film. Like, we go, like, so at the end of the day, I just got Bosa being the best player, but I think Jamal Adams would be the best impact player on the defense. Like, if you stick him there, good luck, because you're not going to run. You're going to be scared to drop back in coverage because he could blitz, and then go ahead and let him like play wild card. Let Jamal Adams play Troy Polamalu football. It's a wrap.
Yeah, he is a great, like, he diagnoses plays so quickly.
He's smart,
and he's sideline to sideline, and you can put him in the box. I mean, he's
linebacker.
If Dre Greenlaw went down, you really could put Dre out there to play some of them, and he plays well, man. Jamal Adams, I mean, he's good. He can play in that nickel slot. I've seen him play in the nickel slot for them. I mean, he's just so versatile. He's
I agree.
He's costly. He's just too costly. I don't think they want to pull the trigger on him.
We got to pay him.
He's not costly yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen. You got 2 years. Listen, if Jamal, let's regress. Jamal Adams wants out of New York, right? And he doesn't want out of New York just because he wants to get paid. Like, him and Gaisler are legit not getting along. It's like a bad marriage. Like, there needs to be a divorce, but they kind of like just trying to see who's gonna send the papers first and go through it first. Like, that's what's really happening. Jamal Adams has no control over his contract. The only thing the only power he has is to sit out and cause the Jets to possibly lose games. But then that kind of damages his worth, right? Like, if he does that, like, and he doesn't play, and then you see guys get better, like, it kind of depreciates him just a little bit as far as his cost, which the 49ers would love, right? Like, that would make them. But I think the Jets probably asking for way too much for Jamal Adams. And from us, let me clarify that. From the 49ers, it's let's say I'm the 49ers and you're the Seahawks, right? And I'm sorry, I picked the wrong team, but let's say you're gonna ask me for more than you would ask ask their general manager.
Oh, of course.
Right. And we're gonna decline it, and then you're gonna see him go to Seattle for like $1.10. And you're gonna be like, dang, I had $1.10. They wasn't asking us for $1.10. They was asking for $10. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's what's going on with this whole Jamal Adams thing. I can guarantee it.
Yeah. So we got last thing, man. I'm gonna go down this list. We did this before on our show, but I want to hear you, Breezy. I'm gonna go and name the teams that we play. You tell me win or loss.
Okay.
All right. We got Sunday, September 13th opening. We're against the Cardinals. Who you got?
I got us winning. We at home. We winning that game, bro.
Winning that game. We on the road. Back-to-back games. We go to the Jets. And we go to New York, and now I think they're going to trade Jamal after week 2 to us. Probably they're probably going to keep him for that game. They don't want him. They don't want him coming back. Yeah. So we go the Jets. Who we got?
We're beating the Jets, and we're beating the Giants. Now the Giants do always play us tough. I just have.
They used to.
They
no always, Manning. No, without Manning, there's different.
That Daniel Jones, he's trash to me. I don't know why.
He's trash, but now you're talking about
Cam Newton out there. Huh?
I don't know, man. I'm just not going to sleep on the Giants, but I have us winning the game.
Okay. So right now we're 3-0. We at home with Philly.
They keep saying that's going to be a tough game, but I don't know why. I feel like we beat them. Like
I think we win too.
Yeah, I don't know why a lot of people are saying it's tough. I'm tired of hearing this Carson Wentz thing, but
he's legit.
He's a good player.
He's all right, but
can't stay healthy.
That's what it is. I mean, if it wasn't for that, then he would probably have won the Pro Bowl that year. Not the Pro Bowl, but he would probably won the Super Bowl itself that year.
Would they win the Super Bowl? See, I disagree. I think what messed New England up was that freaking run pass option. They just weren't ready for it, and it happens. And when they put Nick Foles in there, and that's all he did, he read that end, and the end was like, it was a run or a throw. Like that tripped them up, yo. They couldn't stop it. No matter they tried to outscore them, and they did. It's just that you gave them the ball back last, as opposed to Tom Brady having it last, and they lost the Super Bowl. I don't know if they would have won it with Carson Wentz because that's not the style he plays. He's a student of the game too. He's smart. So I don't know if they win it with Carson Wentz, but I get why people like him. I think he is good. He just gotta find a way to stay healthy.
4-0 right now. We at home against Miami.
That's a trap game, bro.
Yeah,
early in the season.
Yeah, I think
but we win it.
we win it. Okay, so that's 5-0. Then here comes that stretch. Here comes that stretch we were talking about.
Wait a second. Are we really saying the Niners are coming out 5-0?
We was 8-0. We was 8-0 last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We're coming out. We're winning all these games.
Yeah, we're dominant right now.
Now we got the Rams right at home.
We got the Rams at home.
Yeah, that's another win. Listen, now that Kyle Shanahan, I think he owns McVay. So you guys can look at it how you want. That's how I'm looking at that game, and I just think he got him.
Yep, I don't think Cooks and them that good. They can't do nothing with us.
Who's the Rams running back again? Cunningham. Who was there?
Gurley gone. Gurley gone. I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? And Brandon Cooks is gone. So now you just got to figure out how to take away Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. Yeah. And you know who was killing us? They're tight ends.
Tight ends always killing us.
Tight ends always kill us. I don't care who he playing, especially against the Saints.
Once Tart went down with the injury, guys, like that's what happened.
Yeah, they were always being deep.
So right now, we're about we're
6-0. We're on our way to New England.
On our way to New England. So we 6-0.
This is
at New England. We at New England. That's a 1:00 game for us.
I think. All right, I have two scenarios for this game. If Cam Newton plays, guys, I don't think we win this game.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. If Cam Newton doesn't play, I think we murder the Patriots.
So he's going to play. So we're going to say that's the L.
I think that's an L. I didn't have it as an L at first until the Cam Newton thing. But if Cam Newton plays, and you're saying he's playing, you said he's going to play. I think we lose that game.
So then that's back-to-back L's because we're going up to Seattle.
You got me at back-to-back L's now.
Oh man!
Wow. That we're not looking good. We're not looking good. People gonna be talking about we ain't beat nobody.
If you
look at our schedule, they're gonna be like, "Oh, the 49ers ain't beat nobody." I mean, because really, we got the Cardinals, the Jets, the Giants. There ain't nobody.
Each season is new.
Beating people in your division means everything.
Yeah. So then,
not in your division.
So we home against Green Bay. You know, we punished Green Bay, but what we got?
I love beating them up.
That's a win.
Always going to be a win.
Now
then we go to New Orleans.
Dang, right after Green Bay?
Right after Green Bay. We go to New Orleans. That's why I said that's a tough stretch for us.
Why? Man. Why do we keep going up there?
Bro,
because they finished first in their joint and they have to play the best team in what you call it in the West.
Man, it's terrible.
That's how it works, man. I hate the schedule. Listen, what I got us at 2 losses.
Yeah,
back to back too.
They find a way to beat Green Bay, yo. Beat New Orleans. They figure it out again.
I would love that.
Okay,
yeah, like they do got a new weapon, but they figure it out.
All right, that's tough.
That's a tough game.
So we're 1, 2, 3, 4.
But I think the Saints. I think they have some morale issues due to some comments.
Got a couple of new weapons that they didn't have last time. You ready? They got Emmanuel Sanders, and on defense they got Malcolm Jenkins. Fuck.
I think we can handle that though.
They got Thomas on offense too. He's nice.
Yeah, best receiver in the league.
Michael Thomas is pretty
but
nice.
We shut him down to the end of that game, yo. He didn't go off to the end.
Oh, he showed off.
They're tight ends.
He got over 100 yards in that game, and he was.
But it wasn't
later,
bro. Like, go rewatch that joint.
That's like Jordan scoring 30 in the fourth. Come on, man.
That's exactly what it was. Exactly what it was.
I hated it too, bro. Trust me. When that missed tackle, that was Fred Warner, by the way, didn't make that tackle right there, and he just kept running, pissed me off. But okay, so right now, bro, we're 8-2. All right, we got a bye, so it's perfect. Then we go to Los Angeles for the Rams.
That's a win.
I have a sweep in the Rams. The only team I don't have a sweep in, you'll see. Go ahead.
Okay. Then we got Buffalo.
I got it in that Monday night game, yo. I'm sorry. That's just what I feel.
I think I'm gonna get some tickets to that. If they got fans in December 7th, I will be at that game. I promise you. We gotta go, bro. I'll be there 100%.
Yeah, let's go.
Good seats.
Let's go.
When we go, then we got Washington.
When
it's W. Then we got Dallas Cowboys at Cowboys. That's a tough game, man. That's a tough game, man.
What you got?
I think we lose that game, guys. I know we don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I think we're so good against the run, and that's what they're going to try to do to us. Because they're going to try to force feed Zeke. And once they figure out they can't, we're going to put it on the shoulders of Dak. I like Dak,
Bro,
but they're just not as good as advertised.
What team did you watch last year that was good against the run? Because I'm going to name some running backs that was running all over us that we had that should not have been running over us.
But and I agree. But
Johnson's back up,
bro. We can start with the Cardinals guy that they picked
Johnson's back up.
Yeah. Like he just came in.
We're good against the run. Let me tell you why though. Like if Ronald Blair, DJ Jones, and them guys did not get hurt, so you gotta understand we had the most players on IR in the entire NFL.
15
in the entire NFL. So and we still went to the Super Bowl. We're healthy. We get our D lineman back. And who's this other guy? I forgot. Who's this guy? I think he came from South Carolina. Not South Carolina. Where'd he come? What's his name? He was hurt for like 2 years. I forgot. Defensive lineman. Bench press about 500.
Oh, Street.
He's healthy. He's healthy too now. So what I'm saying is, we didn't have the bigs really inside. Now we got Kinlaw. Now we got Armstead. He got his dude. We're gonna plug up Ezekiel Elliott, and then our linebackers are coverage first linebackers. I agree,
right.
But I will say sideline to sideline.
They fast.
We there, but inside we just had to. If Ronald Blair was playing against most of those teams, he was unbelievable in the first three games. He was. Ronald Blair is a player.
If we want to beat Dallas, which we can, then Jimmy G is going to have one of the best games of his life. Yeah. Why? Because their secondary is the weakest part on their defense.
Yep.
They got a top.
Yeah, they got some backers.
They got top linebackers, bro. Their linebackers are side to side. Jalen Smith, Kyle, whatever his name, Vander Esch, whatever, whatnot.
Yeah. Vanderbach.
You know what I'm talking about. Dude, that wear the neck brace. Now, you want to get to them. I think they got a safety, but their cornerbacks are trash. And they lost Byron Jones. You have to test them. Like, you just have to throw. And I don't think I don't know, man. Who's going to cover Kittle? Jalen Smith? Good luck. You linebackers can't cover George Kittle. All right, Isaiah Simmons, I know you say you train just so you could cover him. Good luck. Because that and if Kittle got strong, listen, Kittle was already strong.
You seen his offseason?
He's getting stronger.
Yeah.
So good luck. But I just on the road in Dallas, in the dome.
All right, we're gonna say that loss. So that's 3 losses.
Hell there.
That's fair.
Losses. So then obviously you think that we're gonna lose to Arizona that very next week. They were on the road.
Wait, that's 2 back-to-back losses within the season. You really think that?
I had us that we're on the road back-to-back.
Yeah, right there. Dallas.
Yeah.
We had Dallas. We had Dallas and then we go to Arizona.
My initial joint, I had us losing to Arizona, but I had us beating.
And that's a Saturday game, bro. That's a Saturday game.
I have us beating. I have us sweeping Arizona. Now, the only team we lose in our division is Seattle, and that's once.
Seattle.
So you got us beating Arizona
and the Rams. So the sweeps, those are sweeps.
So then we got Seattle for the last game of the season. So you obviously believe we're gonna win that because we're gonna. You said
at home.
So really, you believe we're gonna lose 3 games this year?
I think we go 13-3.
That's me. I got the same thing. I just got I got different losses.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna go through all of it, but I'll tell you what my losses are for me. So I really believe, and I hate to really give this one up, but I think when we go to Seattle that first time, I think we'll lose. So we agree with that one. But then I think this New Orleans Saints game, man, I think we lose that one.
Okay.
And I think with those 2, but then the trap game, this Philadelphia game at home, man, for some reason, I think we'll play like we did damn Pittsburgh, man. And we fell asleep at home. we're gonna have one of those games where we just kind of fall asleep at home, man.
But we don't have to, bro.
Yeah, but the Philadelphia Eagles, they have to win that division in order to go to the
Let me
playoffs.
tell
Like
you, the Pittsburgh game was different because they were coming in there without their starting quarterback, right? So right off the cusp, you're thinking you're going to feast, right? Listen, that's when I realized our defense was number one. That was the game, right? All right. Number two, how many turnovers did we have? 6?
5. Yeah.
5. I mean, come on, man. Like that can't ever happen. And 3 or 4 of those was deflect like off of receivers and running backs' hands, right? So I think Breida fumbled in that or fumbled in that game. Like
Raheem fumbled
in that game. Like that was just a tough one. And we found a way to peel off and get the win, right? I don't think Philly is gonna pose that type of problem because they're gonna be a little bit more on point. You're gonna see a better football game. Because you're gonna see a better football game, I think we find a way to win it. Like it's
just for me. There was 2 back-to-back games in New York, and then coming all the way back home.
They gave us the East.
That's rough.
We got 3 NFC East teams the first quarter of the game season, and then we don't get the last one until the last quarter of the season, which is with the Cowboys.
I think we're gonna beat the Cowboys though. I think we're gonna stomp them out.
I like that. I want to.
Yeah, me too. I know that's our biggest. To me, I know we got our rivals supposed to be the Rams.
I hate the Cowboys
and the Cowboys. And last time they came up to the Bay Area, they whooped on us a little bit. I was at that game.
Oh, when Ezekiel Elliott just ran all over us.
It was terrible. It's terrible.
And that's when he was doing this.
It was terrible. I want to punch that guy, man. It was so bad.
I stopped eating cereal after he did that.
Hey, but seriously, I really think, I'm looking at one of these New York games. Talking about taking your foot off the gas, I think it's in one of those games where you're going to see the Niners just come in. They're going to be overconfident, and you're going to lose one of these New York teams. And then I think your next loss is going to come to the Patriots. Honestly, do. I think we go up to Seattle and win that game. I think the tide has turned. Obviously, you beat down Green Bay. You lose again to the Saints. And then from there on out, it's pretty much a coast. That Dallas game is going to be a give me, though. I just think so. I think that can go either way, but I think you take your foot off the gas earlier in the season.
We can't afford to lose that because I think Tom Brady and the New Orleans Saints will be on our heels by then.
I like how you're not sleeping on Brady. Smart man.
No. You don't count him out, but because he got Gronk out there too. Before Gronk, I was like, I don't know. But when he got Gronk now, it changes the game because now you got good receivers. You got a good tight end. You got a good coach, man. Aries, we know about him. You know what I mean?
I love him. I can't stand him, yo.
And Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions with 30 touchdowns. That's still not damn. That's horrible with the 30 touchdowns. but what I'm saying is the 30 touchdowns, bro. Just imagine Tom Brady's gonna take care of the ball. That's probably about 40, damn near 40 touchdowns you can throw in that system because they sling the ball that much. But what I'm saying is he's never felt the type of pass rush he's about to get because he didn't have that. He ain't gonna have that New England line.
That's true.
So that is where he's going to look. He may look mortal.
Tom Brady's about to get blasted.
He may look mortal because it's a different Tom, and it's gonna be 3-step drops. Everything.
I hear you. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't count him out until he's done. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still got those weapons. He got weapons.
You're a Boston guy, though, right?
I'm a Celtics guy.
Yeah.
But I'm a Michigan guy too. So Michigan players go deep, yo. So like,
I'm a USC guy. Me and Troy.
It's all good, bro.
Baby.
It's all good. So so we all going 13-3.
I got 3 losses.
I got 3 losses. Yeah.
I got
3 losses.
Losses are different. That's cool though. That's pretty cool.
I think if we go 4, we'll be the second seed. We have to play.
I don't know if we lose those New York games. I'm trying to wrap my. I know the Giants will play us tough.
It's gonna be hard to sweep. It's gonna be hard to sweep the Cardinals too. By the way,
it is. I didn't say that we're gonna be. That's not what I'm saying. But I will say this: if our teams are healthy, if our team is healthy against any other team, it's gonna be hard to beat us.
It's gonna be hard to beat us, man.
And I think the Cardinals are on the rise. I don't think they're ready for that type of game just yet. This season, we still gonna get them
the right pieces, bro.
Oh yeah, they're getting it together.
That Kyle Murray, he is.
deadly
Special.
on the run, and he can throw. Man, these new prototype quarterbacks, man, the game.
I'll be proud.
dangerous.
I'll be proud of these I'll be proud of these bro quarterbacks coming
Me
out.
too.
But go to the other conferences. Get the fuck out of the NFC West. Why y'all keep coming to the NFC West? Russell Wilson.
Oh
right?
my God.
Luckily, Jared Goff is the average
A
Joe.
statue. He's a statue.
So like that's why I don't have us losing to them. Even though all he did was run bootleg throws the second game. It's like
we have trouble against mobile quarterbacks, and
it's because of the defense, though, bro.
Yeah, the scheme.
It's the scheme.
Yeah.
So why not? I mean, it gives them running lanes, but that's why Cam Newton's gonna give us some trouble. But I think his running days is over. But man, Breezy, man, it's been great, man. Man, I tell you, brother, we're gonna have to do this again, of course, man. We got. I know. I stay tuned to you guys' show all the time, man. I love how y'all get out, man.
Yeah.
I love how you guys are continuously breaking down. It's like real football stuff, though, man. I like listening to the knowledge you guys put out, man. So let everybody know how to reach you. Your social media tags, and let them know how to get in contact.
Guys, man, you can follow me at Wayne Breezy. That's BREEZIE, man. Follow me at Wayne Breezy. Everything else is sufficient. It's right there for you, man. I love chatting with you. I'm not the person you follow on Twitter, and I don't talk. I love conversing, yo. Like,
me too. Yeah, me too.
Especially when we could talk about anything, but I love conversing, guys. So
now that you brought that up, real quick before I go, man, this is all football. I seen you post your top 5 albums of all time.
Listen,
I was like, hold on, bro.
What am I missing?
Hold on, man. Hold on. It was real East Coast bias. I deliberately put my West Coast bias on his page, man.
No, it was 3-2. It was 3-2. I had
You had Big, you had Ready to Die.
I had Hard Knock Life, Volume 2, right? I had
All Eyes on Me.
Huh?
He had all eyes on me.
That's West Coast, right?
West Coast,
The Chronic.
The Chronic.
2 back-to-backs, and then I ended it with what? What did I end it with?
I forgot, man. I was thrown off.
Because like,
was it Nas?
It was Illmatic. It was
Illmatic.
Like Doggy Style would be 6.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I wanted to put Doggy Style over the Chronic, but I think
No.
But Doggy Style was so.
I'm 42, so I get you. Doggy Style was legendary, even though everybody had the Chronic album, though.
Every single body was the first of its kind, but Doggy Style was seasoned, yo. If you was a Parliament, listen, I'm a musician. Doggy Style had the bass, like Dre went to work. Like he went to the studio and crafted it. And Snoop has to be one of the best. Like, you know how Nelly was singing a rapper melody? Snoop was that on the West Coast, yo. Like his melody swag, then it just swing in my head. Like melody flow, yo. And he had it and he was cool with it, man. So because speaking of that, the battle is on Wednesday. So make sure y'all
I already know. I got my alarm set.
Cause it's gonna be crazy, yo.
I got my alarm set against DMX, right?
DMX.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
And I didn't have his album up there either. No, you know what I'm saying? And it's dark.
Top 10. He's top 10.
Yeah,
I have him in my top 10. I just went 5, but I left some classics off there, like Wu-Tang. Into the Wu-Tang would have been 6. Doggy Style would have been 7.
See, I was more at my boy 50 and Get Rich or Die Trying. I think that's a top 5 album. Dog.
That album was hard.
If you go, I want you to, matter of fact, inbox me. I want you to listen to that album, and I want you to see how many hits from the top to the bottom of that album.
Was Many Men on that one?
Yeah.
Man.
Yo, that's definitely in my top 10, yo.
Yeah.
But there's albums, man. There's like hip hop ranges, yo. So I'm a big fan when it comes to West Coast rap. Like, don't be mad, but like I'm not a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar because he don't sound like Snoop.
I'm with you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so
when
I grew up in the and no disrespect to Kendrick because he's fire, right? But when I grew up in the 90s, West Coast rap was before Dr. Dre and Boys in the Hood, like them guys, like all that type of stuff, yo. That was West Coast rap, and I wanted
pocket,
right, and I wanted to y'all beats were crisp. Like the beats were crisp. New York stuff be gritty, grimy, hard kicks, whatever. Y'all snares,
That was Dr. Dre. That was Dr. Dre.
Like crisp, yo. So I fell in love with the West.
That was Dre and Daz Dillinger.
Yo, exactly. That's my West Coast stuff. I mean, there's other artists. Like I couldn't really get into all the other artists like MC8. He was too gangsta. Like he was
hard.
Too hard, bro. Too real.
Compton's Most Wanted.
Yeah, he was too hard.
Too hard, yo. Like I was like, I had to sneak mixtapes in my crib, yo. My mom was a church woman, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel it.
So yeah. But like, so that's why you're gonna see more East Coast, man. But like,
I appreciate it. But I just brought that up, man, because I appreciate you. I mean, it's always great, man. I'm Niner all the time, man. But sometimes it's good to hear somebody's personality on the timeline. You like, I'm like, hold on, did he post this? Oh yeah, hold on. I was like, hold on, man.
Where everybody's coming from, because we all from different demographics.
Yeah,
you could be from Northern Cali and you got a bunch of E40 and all that stuff up there.
I'm an E40 guy, yeah.
Right, and that's fine. But I only know like a couple of hits from E40 because he didn't get to play on the East Coast.
He's our culture. Like he's the Bay Area culture. Yeah,
it's all good.
Kind of like he's kind of like Prodigy was for you guys out there in the East Coast. Like he that feel.
And see, Prodigy don't get the love.
He was dope.
Nas.
He was dope, but he's not. But
Nas is the Queen Bridge guy. So like,
you want to know? Like who's big? Who was really bigger on the West Coast? Man, Mac Dre actually is crazy big.
I don't remember anything by Mac Dre. Like I don't recognize Mac Dre.
He was so underground, but just such a huge fan base. It was crazy.
Mac Dre's a legend on
Mac Dre. All right, I got it. I'll check him out.
More power to you, brother. Stay on. I'm gonna rap with you right after this thing.
Oh snap! I think he done exited himself out.
He got
so let's see. I think I can leave.
If you leave, you'll be able to get back in because I'm the guest.
Oh, he won't even be able to get back. There we go.
Oh yeah, we got me, man. Hey, I'm gonna end the broadcast though, but y'all appreciate it. Niners all day, man.
Niners.